Oh, good question. Yeah, so starting with Awkwafina, she plays Anne, who's a character who doesn't like to be looked at to the point where she's kind of become invisible in her life. So I was interested in making her kind of sink into the color palette or lack of color palette of her environment. So her house, very neutral colors. When she's at work, she's wearing outfits that kind of matched her cubicle. So there were some conversations about like, what's the color in between the cubicle wall and her skin tone? Like, let's make her outfit that color. So that was kind of fun. And Awkwafina herself, the way she walks and sort of hunches over, it's almost like she's trying to be a little smaller. And then with Sandra's character, her older sister Jenny, Jenny is very much wanting to be seen. She's somebody who's also kind of stuck in the past where she had the height of her dreams, so it's kind of like the early aughts, and she's totally unabashed about wearing fashions that she probably shouldn't be necessarily wearing at her age. And Sandra was very involved in all of the accessories, the necklaces, the hair extensions, how long should her eyelashes be. Those layers, I think, were also very character building. So those two, the contrast there were just, it was just great fun to pull those out. The initial script didn't have that layer of kind of the Asian American specificity and some of those jokes. And so it was in the process of workshopping together with Jen D'Angelo and Sandra and Awkwafina that a lot of that humor came out. And I think we love the idea of, yes, the sisters growing up Asian American, the Pittsburgh area, maybe there were times that they felt like outsiders, but also even within their own families, they were kind of like the loser branch of the family. So with that idea, I love the idea of especially Sandra's character kind of manipulating, owning, like that gatekeeping the cultural knowledge and using it when it's kind of to her advantage. So we just thought if anyone could, we could play with that. And that just became this runner as she's sort of pretending to teach people about her experience as we go through the film. Yeah, I don't think his character is actually mocking somebody. I think it's what I see about his character is that he's somebody who really loves what he does and presents himself as this very personable guy. And but what we don't know is he as good as he seems to be? Is he the man behind the curtain? So it was kind of playing with, that sort of folksy idea. And what I loved is just seeing Will create this character as someone who has almost like this avuncular kind of friendliness, but there's just like a wonder behind it. There's still like this really sincere gosh golly gee behind it. And he's also smarter than everybody thinks. So it was just the kind of role where Will could naturally bring humor to it, and then also with his ability as an actor, bring some emotion to that characterization as well. And one of the most heartfelt scenes in the film is between him and Awkwafina. Yeah, well, we did go and seek out our cast specifically, and I think we were very lucky to already we had the core of our amazing cast, and that was what drew, I think, more talented people, but also just really good, fun people to work with. I had worked with Holland Taylor a few times and was so excited about her living in the 666 side of the duplex. That 666 was there when we were scouting, and I was like, this is fate, it's fate. So I knew that she would be terrific, but then, getting Tony Hale, getting Jason Schwartzman, and getting Dumbfounded, John Park, who plays our Asian gangster. It was just like the best ensemble where everyone was just bringing us a little something extra. Yeah. Paul was just completely delightful. I mean, he said yes to, Sandra called him and he said yes, he would join our silly reindeer games. And when he showed up, it's kind of like what you said, like the minute everyone heard, oh, Pee-wee's on set, everybody got really excited and, everyone's just faces lifted. And he just came and was ready to play and had a really good time. And watching him and Holland Taylor ad-lib with each other, it's such a joyful memory that's now bittersweet. But we were just blessed to be able to have him come and bring a magical moment to the film. You know what? I would say the best day in some ways, although they were all good, well, actually, except with the exception of the not best one, the best day was actually the first day, and the reason why is we had to shoot the very last scene on the first day. And it's an emotional scene, and I was trying to not have it be on the first day. And Sandra and Awkwafina, they're such pros. Finally, I had to tell them, like, it's on the first day, and they just said, okay, we'll do it. And what I loved is that they nailed it. And seeing the bond between the sisters, I thought, now we know where we have to get to. Like, they gave us this beautiful scene, now we're gonna earn this with the rest of the scene. And so we also know, like, as crazy as the humor gets, like, that's where we need to go to. So that was beautiful. And we had Paul Rubens on the first day too. So just tremendous feeling after the first day. Worst day is probably when we were, when I got COVID. So we were shooting in the hotel ballroom, started not to feel so great. I was like, oh crap. And so, that wasn't great, having to kind of monitor from afar for a few days, but we got through it, and it wasn't bad. It was just something that it was my turn. So, yeah. Not a funny anecdote, but there was, yeah.